Good evening and welcome to our second edition of the Wildcat Sports Network. And here with you again, I'm Donald Tucker, the voice of the Wildcats. On tonight's show, we will check out with Coach Wood as the Wildcats prepare for Rockhurst. Plus, take a look at a few of the key players that are making a difference. There's no time to waste. Today is September 11th, 2015, and you're watching Wildcat Sports Network. Back with us again is Coach Wood. Coach, after reviewing last week's game film, what are some areas that you saw on the film that you would like to get better on both sides of the ball?
Well, I mean, the biggest thing is once you go in and evaluate film, and that's, you never want to have a snap judgment during the course of the game. But once we got back and reviewed the film, I mean, the areas we've got to just continue to improve on is one, turnover. Tulsa Union and again at Webb City, we turned the ball over too many times. Put our defense in some really tough situations, which I thought our defense bowed their back many times for us. But, you know, that was one of probably the biggest areas that stood out. We've got to improve our kicking game. You know, our first kick, our second kickoff return, you know, we fumbled the exchange, ended up starting on the 5-yard line. It's always tough coming out of the red zone in that situation. Doing a little bit better job covering on punts, I think, really important. From an offensive standpoint, it's just kind of executing our fundamentals, you know, just our combo blocks within the interior, getting up to second level guys, I think is very important. Defensively, I thought overall they did some really nice things. It's just we got to continue to tackle and be consistent in the tackling throughout the whole course of 4 quarters.
What are some of the things that you saw in the film that maybe you were happy with, you were surprised with going into the game?
I mean, I was really proud of our guys' effort. I thought we were really physical. I thought our guys played with great intensity and passion. They stayed the course. You never heard anything negative on the sideline between the guys. They just went out there and continually played and played and played. And, you know, really early on in that game, especially through that second quarter, I mean, our defense was really on the field a lot. And I thought they just did a fantastic job and continued to just kind of step up each and every down in every series and trying to get us the ball back. And I was really proud of the goal line stand they had there late in the game. They got us the ball back, I think, on the 4 or 5 yard line. Thought that was really productive there. Offensively, of course, we were very explosive. I thought we had a number of big plays offensively in our passing game. I thought offensive line, the protection, pass protection was really good, and I thought Fuller set in the pocket really well, finding that guy. And our guys caught the ball. You know, when we come in, we graded it out. I thought offensive line-wise, I thought their pass protection was really good. I thought our guys caught the ball well, and I thought Fuller gave them very catchable balls. And then defensively, I thought we rallied to the ball. We were very physical defensively. I thought both inside linebackers, Oliver and Jacob, did a fantastic job getting to the ball. The defensive front really occupied blocks for them. And it usually wasn't just one guy in on a tackle, as a number of guys, and I thought that was really important. But when you got guys that play with that passion, that energy, that's always going to give you a chance. We just got to play smart football.
Right. So you just finished the first week, a tough loss. What's the spirit of the team going into week 2?
Well, I mean, I think, you know, over the course really of 2 weeks after dealing with Tulsa Union and then you're talking Webb City, is, you know, our guys know they belong. I mean, what I mean by that is, you know, Tulsa Union, Webb City, those are elite programs. You're talking one of the best programs in the state of Oklahoma. You're talking about the best program in Missouri. And our guys have gone toe-to-toe with them each week. So our guys know they belong in that upper tier of high school football teams in our area. We also know that we've got to finish games. And, you know, there's 2 games we played really hard, but we haven't finished either one of them, came up a little bit short. And if our guys will just finish and we protect the football and continue to do the little things through the course of the game, and we talk about it as the grind of the game, just continually grind out that game, I mean, good things are going to come our way. And it all starts with just the passion and energy of our guys. And they come to work each day with a purpose and a focus. Not always the best energy in a practice setting at 7 o'clock in the morning, but they understand what we're trying to accomplish as an organization. And it's going to pay off for us. We just got to get over the hump. And, you know, hopefully Rockhurst tonight is going to be getting us over the hump. Our guys deserve a win. They need to go out and just take the win.
Right. I want to bring you back a little bit later in the show and talk a little bit about Kansas City Rockhurst. But first, we need to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to have Fuller Chandler, or your starting quarterback for the Wildcats. Stay tuned. You're watching the Wildcat Sports Network.
Do you need new tires? Do you want a price match guarantee? Do you want to wait in a newly renovated waiting room? Do you want tire services at any time with no appointment? Then Tire Tracks is the place for you. With our price match guarantee and the largest inventory of new and used tires in the area, we have tires for every budget. Tire Tracks, Northwest Arkansas's largest independent tire dealer.
Welcome back, and here with us now is Fuller Chandler, your starting quarterback for the HAR-BER Wildcats. Welcome to the show. I want to talk to you a little bit about your transition. How has your transition been here to HAR-BER from Springdale?
It's been really smooth. I've had a great coach and staff that's helped a lot. Coach Wood, he has a really clean offense. He has really clean verbiage for it, so that helped make the learning aspect of it easier. And then, we have great teammates. 5 offensive linemen that all have experience helps. And then, the great athletes around me like Luke Hannon, Dalton Dungdara, Trey Smith, Tyler Blackston. It just makes the job so much easier to have them around you. And that just, I think, really helped make it smooth.
Good. So talk to me about, after last week's game against Webb City, what improvements have you seen in practice this week on the offense that you feel more confident going into the game against Rockhurst?
One of the things we worked on was we can't miss big plays. Last week we had a few big plays, but there were a couple here and there, that I overthrew a deep ball to Tyler Blackston that would have been huge. So we really worked on focusing on that. And then, the running game, we have to get that going a little bit more. So we're working on just attacking the defense to let our run game get going with, one of the best backs in the state behind me.
Good. Tell us a little bit that you've seen on the films as you've studied Rockhurst and scout defense that you've seen that you expect to see against the Rockhurst defense.
One of the biggest things is we're going to see a very athletic secondary. They have really good guys that they can play man coverage, which most teams can't do in high school, but because their athleticism, they're able to pull it off. And along with that, they have a really athletic defensive line. So we know that they're going to try to use a lot of speed rushes and stuff like that, but we have a really good offensive line to counter that with their technique and their physicality. And then, our receivers run great routes. They're really crisp, they're athletic, so I think that we're going to match up just fine with that.
Excellent. Fuller, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Good luck tonight. Coming up next, we're going to take a quick break, but we're going to have Jake Robertson with us. Stay right there. You're watching the Wildcat Sports Network.
Chevrolet has the longest lasting, most dependable full-size trucks on the road. And at Everett Chevrolet, we think the slogan, "Find New Roads," couldn't be more at home than in beautiful Northwest Arkansas. The 2015 Silverado has the most fuel-efficient gas V8 ever, perfect for those long drives in the country. And for those new roads that are hard to find, Silverado's rugged power will pull you through. Family owned, customer friendly, Everett Chevrolet in Springdale.
Welcome back. Here with us now is Jacob Robertson. What do you feel like is the defense's strength against the spread offense like Rockhurst?
I think the biggest thing is our athleticism with theirs. It all starts up front, and we have one of the best, most athletic D linemen in the state, in my opinion. And if they can get to the quarterback and force him to make bad passes, then our athletic secondary can work off that and make big plays for us.
Good. So what do you prefer? Do you prefer an offense like Webb City where it's just smash mouth, or do you prefer the spread offense in the run and gun like Rockhurst? What's your preference there?
I prefer, as a team standpoint, I prefer Rockhurst because it gives us a chance to use more of our athleticism against them. When, as we face Webb City, all we do is go downhill all the time.
Excellent. So a couple hundred years ago, your dad and I played Kansas City Rockhurst, and you guys play the same position. So has Dad been giving you some pointers and some tips for this week on Kansas City?
I think the biggest tip is be a leader out there. If Rockhurst breaks a big play on us, gets good field position or anything, we can't let that affect us, that drive for the rest of the game. We got to keep doing what we do.
Excellent, great tip. All right, thanks, Jacob. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thanks for watching. We'll be right back after a quick break. You're watching the Wildcat Sports Network.
This is Jack. And this
I am starving!
is Jack's appetite. It's never satisfied.
I'm hungry. Seriously, dude? What?
Then Jack's mom started serving Tyson Anytizer snacks with all white meat and lots of protein. They're the only snacks that make Jack's appetite disappear. Tyson Anytizer snacks. Consider snacking solved.
Welcome back. All right, Coach, let's get right into it. You've got Kansas City, Rockhurst warming up outside right now. What can you expect from Rockhurst?
Well, one, it's another perennial power in our part of the country. Rockhurst won the state championship last year, and they lost 2 games. One almost Webb City, one was in the state final. Just a program of excellence. And so what we're going to get tonight from these guys is just a fundamentally sound team. They're an athletic team. They got a lot of athletic type of kids on the football field. They play the right kind of football. They don't turn the ball over a lot. They execute. It's their 4th game of the year. They're almost at their midway point as we get into our 2nd game. So you'll see a cleaner version from Rockhurst as they continue to grind through their season. But it's a talented team. It's very athletic.
What are some of the key players that we need to be on the lookout for tonight?
Well, the biggest thing is the tailback. He's committed to Wisconsin, so you just want to get a look at a kid that's going to be playing college ball. You can start there on the offense side of the ball. Also have a huge offensive line. The quarterback was injured against Webb City, so he'll be out, and their backup will be back in. And there's a chance Trent Green that played in the NFL, his youngest boy, which is a sophomore, he could get some snaps at quarterback tonight. You know, so you kind of got a legacy there in him. But that's really who stands out offensively. From the defense side of the ball, their front four is as talented and athletic as we could see this year. You know, you usually don't like to put that out there because we're playing the 7A West, and each week we see really high-level type of players. But these 4 down linemen are really good. It starts with 81 with the speed, how you tax the edge. Secondary-wise, they're probably a little bit better than Webb City in the secondary. They really run. They cover well. They'll play some man, get in our hip pocket. And they just do a nice job. So overall, I think there's a multitude of guys that'll stand out for Rockhurst. You know, you got some that have a legacy of an NFL quarterback. Their sons could be another quarterback. Got a tailback that's going to Wisconsin. It's another just typical Friday night for HAR-BER football and who we got to deal with. Right. This is one of the best in the area.
Right. What are the keys that you see it from the coaching perspective for a victory for HAR-BER tonight? What do we need to focus on?
Well, I think, you know, the biggest 3 things we got to do, we got to win kicking game, we got to be a lot cleaner there to give ourselves a chance, mainly just on field position plays. And then offensively, can't turn the ball over. You know, we got to sustain drives, we got to do a really good job in our run game and get our running game going. Last week we rushed for over 100 yards, and really that's not acceptable here. I mean, we've got to push that more to the 200 range. And so our guys really got to do a good job executing our run game. And then defensively, just tackle as a unit, no big plays, make them grind down the field, make them go 10, 12 plays to get in the end zone or try to kick a field goal. Don't give up any quick strikes. Rally to that tailback because he's a guy that likes to bounce it to the edge and use the speed down the sideline. So we got to kind of keep him hemmed up. We do those 3 things, I think we'll be all right tonight.
Excellent. Coach, good luck tonight. Thanks for your time. For Superintendent Dr. Jim Rollins and Athletic Director Wayne Stellick, I'm Donald Tucker. Stay right here because you're watching the Wildcat Sports Network.